Yugen.
A celebration of beauty, purpose, and powerful representation. Let me introduce myself. My name is Kayleen Trajano, your recently crowned Universal Woman Arabia 2025. And I can see, thank you. I can see very familiar faces. And thank you so much for the support and for being here. We are so honored to be holding this momentous gathering at the stunning The Grand House here in Quezon City. And we thank them for being with us as the official venue partner. Let a round of applause to the Grand House, guys. Before we proceed, may I call here the owner and the founder of the Grand House, Ms. Nika C. formally welcome us.
What a radiant morning it is. The kind that reminds us we are meant to rise, shine, and step fully into who we truly are. Divine masculine, divine feminine. I'm Micah C., founder of the Grand House, and I'm truly honored to host such an empowering event. Thank you so much, House of Yugen, Josh, and Ian, for this opportunity. The Grand House is more than just a fashion, more than just a cafe restaurant. It is born from my deep desire to create something truly transformative, a space that awakens the divinity within us, divine feminine, divine masculine, through our bold and intentional fusion of maximalist fashion, food, and art. We offer more than just visual or sensory pleasure. We create experience, create movement. We create movement that reminds us to live fully, love deeply, and remember that you are already worthy of being celebrated. In pageantry and in life, we often speak about attracting or manifesting. But the truth is, it is not about just what you want to attract, but it is the energy you embody. It is the frequency you vibrate, because that is what life's responds to. And here at the Grand House, everything we create is an invitation to step into your highest, most radiant self. Thank you, Josh. Highest, most radiant self, not for applause, but for alignment. Because when you're alignment with your truth, your authenticity, you attract good things life has for you, and that is abundant in all forms. Thank you again for being here, Josh. Once again, welcome to the Grand House.
Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Nika. That was such an impactful message. I, for one, is, one of her original models when they opened, and I can really feel the power of manifestation. I've experienced it myself, and let's give a round of applause for this franchise, because it is such a very powerful group to not be trailblazers in the industry, but to accept different kinds of changes and progress in the whole world. So today marks a very special occasion as we officially end the powerhouse women and leaders behind Miss Universe Bahrain, Pakistan, and Egypt franchises, under the direction of the House of Yugen. We're joined by distinguished guest media partners, advocates who continue to support the transformative impact of pageantry, not just as competition, but as a global platform for empowerment. Wow. Before we get to know the lineup of councils who will help train, develop, and shape our new set of queens this year, we want to present to you the newest member of the House of Yugen Talents to pump our heartbeats today. Are you guys excited?
Yes!
Do you guys know who this is? Do you have any idea? Voila. Okay, but it's fine. Today,
let's be
you
surprised.
guys will get to know them more. So ladies and gentlemen, get ready to witness the rise of the next powerhouse in Filipino pop music. with electrifying energy, synchronized talent, and a voice of the new generation. This group is redefining the sound and spirit of modern OPM. Composed of 7 dynamic performers, namely Asa, Drew, Lee, Jai, Penn, Savvy, and Klein, each of their own unique story and strength. Together, they move as one, a harmony of passion, performance, and purpose. They're not just a boy band, they're also a movement, a voice, and a rhythm that represents the heart of today's youth.
Is that facing the right way?
After a reviving appearance from the recently concluded Bench Fashion Week. So I guess you know some of them already because you just watched Bench Fashion Week, sure. So please welcome the future of P-pop. Sing!
Two, three. Let us align. We are sing. Hi everyone, my name is Ben. I'm the eldest, the creative director of the
Should we
group,
move this?
one of the dance unit, and also a choreographer of the group.
Hello everyone, my name is Asa, a part of a vocal unit, and I'm also vocal leader of the group.
Hello, my name is Jai. I'm part of rap unit and I also write rap verses. Nice to meet you all.
Hello everyone, I'm Savvy. I'm the center of the group and I'm part of the dance unit and also a choreographer.
Hello everyone, my name is Lee. I'm the part of the vocal unit of the group.
Hello everyone, I'm Klein. I'm the leader of Sync. I'm part of the rap unit and also one of the songwriters of the group.
Hello everyone, my name is Drew. I am the youngest. I am part of the dance unit, and I'm also a song composer and a choreographer.
We are a 7-member independent Filipino boy group, self-producing and also under our own independent agency, Series 8 Entertainment. And also, we are the first and only P-pop group to be under a fan subscription app called Hausse.
First of all, I would like to say my warm thank you for the house for having us. Thank you so much. And also, thank you so much for the Grand House for having us here and allowing us to perform in front of everyone. Our first song is entitled Balang Araw. This one is written by me and co-written by our leader, Klein. This is my love letter for my group. This symbolizes our passion. I want everyone to remember this song as my reminder for everyone to continue pushing their dreams, continuing the fire inside them. Also, as we embark our journey, I want them to remember where and why we started using this song. So, without further ado, this is Balang Araw.
Ay bituin, mga panalangin, mga hiling, ibubulong sa hangin, nawa'y dinggin ng mga bituin. Bituin, liwanag mo ang susundin, sa pagsulong sa daan ng madilim. Tinatanong ang hangin, anong balik sa aking bituin, nung ipagbigyan ang hiling. Nadapa man sa daan, tanging alam lamang ay ating tupain ng ating alam ng puso nais lamang mga pinag-iirita, walang nakakakita, walang patunay sa kwento ng ating buhay. Kahit na ipilit mong di masasaktan, puso ay handa tungo sa iyong tadhana. Wala man pangalan, tanging damdamin araw-araw, ating tuparin ang ating balang So for our next perform, it's called Peace. It was released last April 4. It was composed by me and co-written by Kuya Klein here. And it's about a boy's first love and his deep feelings for a girl. It's a mix of longing, yearning, and determination. It also has its underlying meaning po. And it's about us, rookie group, and our determination that we are hoping that we could have a spot in the industry po. Okay, I am very honored. We are very honored that we are able to perform in front of all of you po. And yeah, yun po. It's called Peace. Thank you.
Ulit.
So, with this performance po, I hope we were able to give the message of the song of you guys po and kung paano po namin siya gustong maiparating sa lahat ng tao. Yun lang po, thank you.
Yeah, thank you guys. Thank you so much. Thank you guys for watching, and also if you like to support our group, you can follow us on our social media such as the Facebook at the SyncPHOC, and also you can catch us on X, Instagram, and TikTok at the SyncPH. And our music are also available on our streaming platforms such as YouTube and Spotify. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you po. Also, don't forget, we released our very first official music video available now on our YouTube channel. Once again, we are Sync. Thank you po.
SYNC.
Thank you, everyone.
SYNC.
Thank you so much, Sync. That was such a ravishing performance. Did you guys love it?
Yes.
Yay! So guys, don't forget to follow them on their social medias. If you're fanning, later they might give you a shout out. So moving forward, at this time we are proud to formally announce the key appointments under the Miss Universe Yugen franchise leadership. Some of them are actually my friends already, and some of them we've worked, and some of them are so much devoted to empower women and to appoint the next leaders that would bring pride to these countries. So without further ado, let's name some of a few. We have Miss Arce Munoz, Head of Women Empowerment. Sadly, she's not going to be here, but she's one of the juries. We have Dr. Jonas Apostol, Co-National Director of Miss Universe Bahrain and Dental Aesthetic Partner. Can I please call on here? Oh, here. Okay, to give a little bit of speech.
Dito na? Okay. Back tayo sa position. We're back right.
Thank you guys for coming here, especially for our guests and of course Kayleen, the beautiful Kayleen. So I'm grateful and thankful for the opportunity to be part of this group as a co-national director for Miss Universe Bahrain. I'm always here to support, and one of the reasons why, because it aligns our advocacy as well, and that is women empowerment, and also help them, okay, to be the best version of itself. So I am grateful to be here, and as what I have mentioned, also Kayleen has been with me, and she's my patient for the last 8 years now. So yeah, I mean, I'm grateful na nakikita ko kayo lahat. So yeah, thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Dr. Jonas and Miss Elaine, if you're here. yes, to be honest, they were correct. Since I was younger, if you could see my pearly whites, I am apostolified. Hashtag apostolified. My veneers and my teeth have been taken care of them since I'm starting in modeling, and now I'm a crown beauty queen. So we will continue doing our promotions and work to help other women out there, of course. So our next jury and part of the group is Dr. Gwen Pang, Head of Charity. Round of applause. Gwen.
Good morning, everyone. I'm Dr. Gwen Pang, the Secretary-General of the Philippine Red Cross. We're very pleased to be part of this initiative because we believe that this pageant is it's a very good platform to magnify the causes, of this remarkable, brilliant women or ladies who are taking part of this pageant. We believe that the beauty queens are not just beauty queens, but they can advocate of change, hope, and humanity. So through this platform, we hope that we can work with them together because we believe that this is the best platform. They can truly they can truly amplify, their humanitarian causes that will actually cause us to support men, children, people with needs and other crises that are happening in the world today. We in the Philippine Red Cross, especially myself, is very much happy to walk alongside with these remarkable, wonderful women. As we believe that they don't just shine for themselves, but they also shine for others who are in need. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Dr. Gwen. Next is Deborah Kugler, Creative Director. Sadly, she will not be here, but huge thank you for the support and for being part of this organization. We have another one, Sian Lim. Wow. Head of Personality Development. Sadly, Mr. Sian Lim wouldn't be here as well, but we send our regards and gratitude to him. Okay. Next is Mr. Ian Borromeo, VP of Operations and Communication.
Good morning, everyone. Hello. Morning, Dr. Nes, Dr. Gwen. To all the members of the media, I think you know me as Josh's partner in business. We've been working the last 10 years and I'm always behind the scenes, so I think it's just the first time for me to sit down as a counsel here in front of you. But I think for the last 10 years, we've been doing a lot of businesses in fashion and publishing. And the last 4 years, we've been handling Miss Universe franchises, and I can say that our core values is really into putting our authenticity and heart and instilling it to the girls that we appoint or win as our title holders. So I think like the group of people now here that would be a council member resonates those visions that we have as well as an organization. So thank you so much for being here with us.
Thank you so much, Sir Ian. Next, we have, this one is a trailblazer. She is the first ever Miss Universe Pakistan and now will return as in the leadership role. Sadly, she will not be here due to her schedule, but her name is Miss Erica Robin, and she is the co-national director of Miss Universe Pakistan. Applause for Miss Erica. Soon she will come here when she's free and clear with her schedule. Next, we have Miss Elvin Khalifa, Co-National Director of Miss Universe Bahrain. Well, she graced Miss Universe Bahrain in 2022 and now takes reign as the leadership role. So she will be Co-National Director of Miss Universe Bahrain. Another one is Miss Mora Tantawi, Head of Culture, Miss Universe Egypt 2023, and now the Ambassador of Culture, Authenticity, and Inclusivity. All of them are not here, but we send our regards and gratitude. Next, we have Kosh Hiwage. Did I say that correctly? Correctly, thank you. He is our Deputy Director of Miss Universe Bahrain, a CEO of an agency in Sri Lanka, and now guiding of Miss Universe Bahrain. So please welcome Mr. Kosh Hiwage.
Hello to all of you, Josh, Ian, the guests, the media. Thank you for having me. I think the main reason why I decided to be a part of this powerhouse is because I believe so much in empowerment. The little that I got to talk to Josh when I was in Thailand with another pageant, a few things he spoke to me at that time just blew my heart away because, oh my God, this person believes in women, believes in the platform and giving the opportunity to people, girls, to be themselves, be queens. And that is something amazing. And I think for me to start something, to get into pageantry, like, Miss Universe pageantry, I think this is the best platform. And I think Ian, Josh, everyone, I think we are going to do a good show and hopefully we will be able to bring the crown to Bahrain.
I love that. Feisty, fierce, decisive, he knows what he wants. Next, we have Mercy Maddox, Head of Training and Development, representing House of Yugen's Copenhagen office and leading our holistic development. Sadly, they are not here, but we send our gratitude and our regards. Next, this is a dear, dear friend of mine. She has brought pride in the Philippines. Let's call on Miss Maureen Montaigne, Head of Beauty. She is Miss Globe 2021 and an international model and a very, very close friend of mine. So, round of applause for Miss Maureen.
Hello everyone, thank you for joining us here on this beautiful morning. I am so honored to be working with this group. Josh and the board have been so inspiring, and I think it's time to inspire and to help the next generation of queens grow. This isn't just a small venture, this is a venture that can impact the universe, so I'm so honored and happy to be working with all of these change makers. Thank you.
Thank you. Another one who brought pride to the Philippines, she will be the head of social impact and candidate development. That is, please call on Miss World Philippines, Gwen Friol.
Hello everyone, it's so nice to see our media friends here. It's been a while actually since I've joined events. I was just resting after my competition in India as Miss World Philippines, and I want to first of all thank Josh for reaching out to me. I met him the first time at a fashion show and he approached me. He saw the passion that I have for our community, and as an advocate of education, that's all I want to continue doing, is to empower, to lead, to inspire, not just women, but everyone around us. And I think that being part of the council, thank you very much Josh once again, it will allow me to use my voice to inspire our next generations of queens and to make them stronger and to create a space for women to feel safe.
Wow, thank you so much. Okay, and finally, the visionary behind it all, the owner of Expedition Magazine, House of Yugen, and National Director of Miss Universe Bahrain, Pakistan, and Egypt. let us please welcome the President and National Director. A big, big round of applause for Josh Yugen.
Guys, this is the most formal press conference I've been. So, it's actually chill. Thank you so much for being here. And I really appreciate to see familiar faces. But most of all, thank you to our empowering councils. How can I top what Maureen and Gwen said? So, for me, we have to support all women. It's not just, our pageant. It's not just about, our particular journey, but also everyone who's actually decided to compete for the pageant have been training, have been pouring their hearts and soul. As every one of you knows, there's light and them. And the most important thing is they're actually inspiring a lot of young girls to follow their footsteps. So thank you very much, and let's give a round of applause to all the women, especially to all those women who's actually in pageantry. So thank you guys.
Thank you so much for those messages, and please a warm round of applause to our panel of jury, the board of this year's Miss Universe Bahrain, Pakistan, and Egypt. We will now open the floor for our media friends and guests for a brief Q&A. So please raise your hand and wait for the microphone to reach you. The floor is now open for Q&A.
Okay, first question, Adam.
The most viral doctor. The most viral doctor. Okay, the most viral. But we love Adam, no?
Okay, I want to ask the beauty queens themselves. Yeah. When you accepted these roles for your new assignment here in Sir and Mama Josh's organizations, what do you hope to specifically, teach or tell your future eventual mentees this year based on your respective experiences in the pageant scene?
Personally, I want to encourage the girls to think long term. Your reign is not just 1 year. This pageant gives you a platform to amplify your voice. So we need to be very forward thinking with what we're doing. It's not just about taking beautiful photos and getting a few followers. It's really about what you can do. So I want to let the girls know this can be a way to start your business, to inspire others, to connect with your community, to start a nonprofit. There's so much you can do beyond beauty. And I really do believe that beauty comes within. So I want to teach every single girl that I want to inspire all the girls that come through our doors to their voice, not just for themselves, but for others. As Maureen said, being a queen, it's not just 1 year of being on stage, looking pretty, putting makeup on for photo shoots. It's really about what goes on behind the scenes and the impact that you can make towards others. So for me, being Miss World Philippines, it really taught me to embrace my inner beauty and also to see the beauty in other things. And once you really discover that, explore that, that's what I want to teach the other candidates, our next generation, to look beyond that and to make an impact for generations to come, not just for 1 year. Thank you.
Can I make a follow-up question? Based lang, hindi kasi this is my universe already, Gwen, and or you can answer later. How do you feel that, I don't know if you've been observing this on social media, but most of the contestants have already been judged on how they look, on how they act, and how they perform as early as now on social media without actually setting foot in the actual competition, which will still be later this year. Do you think that kind of particular observation could affect your eventual mentees disposition in terms of how they should strategize for the pageant later this year in Thailand?
How they look on social media compared to real life. I think social media, it can be created to be perceived in a different type of way. But once you meet the girl up close, personally, you get to know her beyond pictures, beyond what she posts on social media, because that's not reality. Once you meet her in real life, you'll see what kind of woman she is and what she stands for. So we only really truly judge once we meet our candidates face to face. Did that answer your question?
Yeah. Last na talaga. The pageant will be in Thailand. So, wala pa yung mga eventual mentees nyo. So, alam naman natin, Thailand is all about sabog, fan base, paandars. So, on the top of your head right now, at the top of your heads right now, anong naiisip niya sabog for the 3 eventual mentees that you'll be handling?
For me, syempre, pasabog is important, especially if it's in Thailand. Pageantry has evolved and women have to stand out one way or the other. But that is only one portion of how they're being judged. And once you get to the interview, once you ask them questions, you need to really see their authenticity, if they're genuine and they're passionate towards making a community around them better. So, look pretty on social media, that's one aspect, but really, the heart is very important.
All right, thank you very much.
Thank you so much. Any more questions here?
Hi, I'm Rowana Ruiz of GEM 88.3, and I guess my question is for Josh. What inspired you to start Miss Universe Bahrain and starting in such a conservative society? The challenges that you face and what you feel the most proud of having accomplished now that you do have a franchise that offers this to women in Bahrain and as well as Pakistan and Egypt.
Thank you so much for that beautiful question. So I just want to tell you the real story of Universe and how I get the franchises, because a lot of people are actually asking. So I have a very different story. A lot of national director and franchise owners need to actually pitch their profile to Miss Universe, and of course including all the accounts that they do have, all the works that they have done before. But for me, 2021, I was so blessed because I was approached by Paula Sugar and her team if I can actually open the Miss Universe in the Gulf, because for the past 70 years, during that time, there was no Miss Universe in the Gulf. So it seems impossible. And actually started with UAE, but it didn't happen because of time constraints and because of the conflict of politics. But then again, they actually told me if I can actually do Bahrain, because that time Bahrain was the only country that kind of approved it, and they don't, they're not meddling with Miss Universe. So I actually said yes. I mean, that was 3 years after I brought Catriona Ray in Dubai. That was 2019 during her reign. So she won 2018 but until 2019. And then built a good relationship with Miss Universe. So I actually told Paula and Sean and the team of Miss Universe, yes, of course, but I feel like I haven't done any pageant before, and how can you do Miss Universe? It's like the time of all the pageants, there's like thousands of pageants. So they told me, I think being a Filipino, you're a natural pageant lover, and we actually all attest to that. Looking at you guys, ever since when you were kids, especially the LGBTQ community, they're all watching, we're all watching pageants. And I grew up loving Shushmita Sen when she won here in 1994. And then I told them, if you trust me with that franchise, I would actually handle it, I will nourish it, and I will nurture it. And I feel like I did. I actually started very on the ground up. And it's something that I'm actually proud of, because it's so easy to handle. I mean, it's not so easy, but it's easier to handle a powerhouse country, because you already have the fans, you already have the funds, so you already have the sponsors. But when you're handling a country from the ground up, all the challenges will arise, but you have to arise over that challenges. So
I almost gave up after the first year because I feel like, what kind of business is this? It's not earning. I feel like business should at least earn. You have to earn something financially. But you know what? I actually observed that Miss Universe or any pageant is more of a passion project. When I actually gave a platform to women, especially those Muslim women, because for the past 70 years, they're only doing bikini. And there's nothing wrong with it. I was born and raised in the Philippines, I'm very liberated. But those girls, especially the Muslim girls, they have talent, they have skill, they have beauty as well, like Filipinos, but they're not confident to parade because of the bikini. So I actually suggested, we were the first country to actually introduce bikini. And for me, it's an innovation in the pageant industry. And then the second year, I was actually offered to handle Egypt. Egypt has been in hiatus for 3 years or 4 years, correct me if I'm wrong. But I actually told Paula, okay, if there's like some issues with Egypt, and you feel like I can handle that. And he said yes, and I think the problem with me is the same with Bosch. We cannot, say no to a lot of people. But still, of course, the passion is there because I'm Filipino. And the third one, Pakistan, that is the only country that I teach. Because living in Dubai for 17 plus years, I've known a lot of Indians, I've known a lot of Pakistanis. And for me, they're so stunning, they're so beautiful. And I was like wondering why Pakistanis are not joining Miss Universe. And they're equally beautiful than their neighboring countries who has been joining and winning pageant. So I actually told them, can we handle Pakistan? And then the team of Miss Universe said, you will have problems. It is actually a challenge, and the women will chase you. And true to their words, they actually chased me. So it's actually crazy. We were in BBC pa. We were in CNN all over the news because Erica Robin, was the first ever Miss Universe Pakistan. And then one senator from Pakistan or congresswoman tweeted that, we have so many problems in the country, but why are we focusing in pageantry? Why are we stopping a woman to dream and to reach for a higher purpose? And that actually struck me. I felt like, I'm doing something, as little as I can, for giving platform to women. And that's more important for me than, having a financial growth business, to be honest. So, that is the story of Miss Universe. And until now, I actually have the 3 franchises. Well, last year, of course, everyone knows that, I had another country. I have to give it up. It's another story. I'll leave it later. For sure, a lot of media can Google or they already know. But for me, pageantry is about women. So, that's it. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Kate, Random Republic. For Josh, the question, given that being conservative is already part of the Middle Eastern culture, how does that affect your criteria for judging or determining the candidates?
For me, it's the same. Hello. Hello. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
So for me, it's the same. I feel like there's nothing different if you're handling Muslim countries or conservative countries and handling non-conservative countries. So it's the same. It's the same criteria. I cannot judge someone based on her religion or her. For me, a woman is a woman and a dreamer is a dreamer. So that's it. Thank you.
Ezel Jan, pageantry fanatics. Miss Universe is coming already. Is passing this November. Will you do a national search?
Yes, we're already having. We always do competition. The only one I appointed is New Zealand last year, but all of them, Pakistan, Bahrain, and Egypt, I always do competition. So we already did a casting. And so many beautiful, empowering girls. And then for Pakistan and for Bahrain. So yes, we're gonna do a competition.
Will you bring all the results there?
Not necessarily, but I will bring all the girls here because everyone knows that we're training all the girls here. For me, the best, not because I'm Filipino, but the best trainers are in the Philippines. I also want to give also, of course, jobs
to trainers in the Philippines because they're the best. So, like one of our trainers is here, Ton.
Oh, there you go. That's really so good. From Muse. This guy. Wanna go get it?
Yeah, I'm Jill Lopez from Fashion Novels. My question is to Maureen and Gwen. So what's your message to every woman who are planning or are joining but are being persecuted or bashed online and offline just because of their choices to join?
I think that this new era of pageantry can have a lot of bashers, and unfortunately, it's a part of the game now. So you definitely need to be grounded. I think before you enter, you need to make sure that you're not only physically ready, but you're emotionally stable and you're mentally ready. And I think you just need to own who you are and be unapologetically yourself. I myself have had issues in the past. You know, everybody will have controversies. It's just a part of the game now. So you need to be wise enough, bold enough to own your mistakes, to speak about the causes that you love and want to fight for. And at the end of the day, your character speaks for itself. So if you present truly who you are, you'll be golden.
I think every beauty queen can relate that. We've all been bashed. We've all been judged for who we are because it's what we present on social media, and not everyone is gonna like beauty queen. And what I can say to someone who is having a hard time winning a pageant is really, as Maureen said, own yourself. Be ready, be mentally prepared, and don't let any words tear you down. Be that pillar of strength for other women who are also in the same situation.
Thank you. Oh, sorry.
So,
There you go.
hi,
You want to
this
pick it
is-
up?
So hi, this is Hannah from Inquirer. So I guess my questions are for Maureen and Gwen. Everyone knows that you have already the beauty, the following, and everything just to make it into Miss Universe. But why didn't you compete in Miss Universe Philippines and instead focus on mentoring the next generation of baby queens?
Is that for Marie?
Maureen and Gwen.
Feisty. Inquiry, feisty.
I actually almost did join this past year, but I had to focus on business opportunities. Pageantry is becoming very expensive nowadays, and I had to evaluate why would I want to join. Am I joining for my ego? Am I joining for more business opportunities? And the conclusion that I'm actually very content behind the scenes. I love mentoring the girls. You know, I actually travel the nation, judging in every single province. Every weekend, I'm out cultivating the next batch of queens, and that brings me much joy. So for me, I am fulfilled. I do have an international title. You know, something really big would have to happen, but I will always be a pageant fan. No matter whether it's Miss Universe, Miss World, Miss Grand, I will always be a fan. I will always support the girls. And I do see my value as a mentor, personally.
Yes.
Well, personally, for me, coming from Miss World Philippines, it's a completely different platform. But I think pageantry will always advocate for causes, and mine is education. I haven't closed any doors to joining again, maybe in the future, wherever my heart will lead me. I know that in God's faith, it will be my true calling. And as Maureen said, it's not just being on stage. You really have to think of the expenses. It's very expensive, especially if you don't have the support. So for me, it's a great opportunity to be able to inspire and lead the candidates, the women, and to make them grow, see their growth, and be part of their journey.
I guess my follow-up is for anyone can answer this. So mental health is one of the things that the beauty queens have to take care of behind the scenes. So how will you make sure that the beauty queens' mental health is taken care of, and what can you advise to help them get through this crazy world of pageant?
I'd recommend Dr. Gwen to answer this because she's the head of Red Cross. You know, so.
Thank you very much, Jones. Well, I think the ladies who are joining pageants, no, as what mentioned earlier, must be ready, not just physically, but emotionally and psychologically. So before they actually get into this, they themselves should be prepared. They will be able to meet, many instances or incidents that they may not want it, like bashing them, being judged, so on and so forth. So this is part of the thing that they can actually get, from other also councils who are already, who went into this stage, in this experience. So learning from a mentor is very important, I believe. And sticking to your advocacy is so important. I think the goal of everyone here is that if it's not just about, presenting yourself because of your beauty, but making sure the crown represents also your advocacy. So if I think you're clear with that, no matter what will happen, I think that will make you very well grounded. And what is important for you is actually to be the voice of the many, children, women, disadvantaged people out there who are in need of your help. And then no matter what, I think you have to work towards a goal and not to be distracted, and that you are winning not just for yourself, but for the many people out there who are in need of your voice. Thank you.
Thank you.
Hello. Hi, I'm JC from Pageant Terrace. My question is for Josh. So you encountered opposition from the government and society in Pakistan that you had to hold the pageant in the Maldives. Where do you plan to hold it this year? And will you empower trans women to join the pageant?
Thank you for that question, Parinteras. Number one, we actually asked permission already from Miss Universe, and it was granted that we are going to held in Maldives. Because for me, number one is the safety of the girls. I think more than the entertainment, that you're having, for me, the safety of the girls is number one. So I wouldn't dare to do it now in Pakistan, especially. There's a news in Inquirer. I read that there's like an India-Pakistan, issue, and yeah, that's correct. And I need to be able to, at least assure that my girls are safe before entering that. When it comes to the question of being trans, I love trans people. I support them so much, of course. But for me, I have to respect the culture of that specific country as well. And I need to abide, on the rules. I mean, like, they're okay na with Miss Universe Pakistan. Ayoko na silang galitin. So parang I just wanted to, support Pakistan girls and support Pakistan trans. And they exist, I'm not denying that of their existence. But for me, I just want them to be safe as well. And also, there's other pageants that, accepts trans, so, I actually want to congratulate the first ever trans candidate delegate for UW. Kaylin is here. So so where's she?
Kaylin.
I'm not sure if I can pronounce it or announce it. So yeah.
Universal woman.
Yeah. So, but I'm super happy for her. I'm super proud of her. And I hope that you support all women, as I mentioned in my first statement. Thank you.
Thank you.
Can I have a question? Sure. What is the role of the Red Cross to the organization?
Before she answered that, I just want to give a trivia that all my girls are always visiting Red Cross. And they support, because Red Cross has, branches all over the world. But I'll give the microphone to them.
Thank you very much. So yes, I and Josh met, hold on, what's that, Josh? 3 to 4 years ago. The very first purpose we met was actually looking for an opportunity to expose the queens to the realities of life. And then we have to actually expose them to real situations on the ground, and then how they will be able to they should understand what's going on, what are the needs, so that when they're out there, they know, how to actually be the voice of change, hope, and humanity. So that's how we started. I believe that the women, the pageant contestants should not just be admired of their beauty, because it is actually both an honor and responsibility to join a pageant. So I think they should be also very important. It's very important that they understand the responsibility, the role that they have to play, and they should because of that. And with the exposure in the Red Cross, I believe that because we have many causes for climate, causes for women, causes for children, causes for so many things, and then they get to actually choose which cause they want to amplify, they want to magnify, and then they want to be that voice, for those people out there. Yeah, and we enjoy doing that with the ladies, and some of them became actually our advocates. So, and that's why we're here and why I am here too. I take this also very personal, because I believe that the pageant contestants or the queens actually have a great voice, to give to the people, especially those who admire them so much, so they can influence, they can be a voice for empowerment, of the men, especially women out there.
By the way, I'm attorney Juan. I'm from DWIC and from Channel 93. Are you going to train them also for the first aid, like what other?
Yes. They were trained on first aid. They were para in the event, in case needed. So they, since they're exposed to the Red Cross already, they can actually be of aid, be of help. And that's the essence of it. Thank you.
Another one, are you going to incorporate the Filipino culture, the culture of the
That's a good question.
And are you going to, are we expecting for an edition here in the Philippines?
Well, my permission is only in Maldives, so I'm not sure. But of course, they love the Philippines and they're very thankful. I'm very thankful and that I'm Filipino, and I have this pageant culture. So, kasi in the Middle East, I just want to give a little trivia. Pageants are not so famous. So, like in Europe. And for them, they don't even know how to join a pageant. The first step. We're super blessed because we do have professionals here that can actually help them. But I think I always make sure that they welcome culture of different countries, not only the Philippines, because that's why they're called Miss Universe. They have to be accustomed to each and every culture, especially if you win the title. So thank you.
I'd like to ask the two gorgeous girls up there. Yeah, the two of them, two gorgeous girls. Yeah. Physical beauty is already given to all the candidates or the queens we have there. Aside from being loyal, dedicated, and determined, what real talk? What are you looking for a queen?
Thank you for the question. For a queen, I look someone personally. I believe in someone who's absolutely willing to do the work. Because Miss Universe or any pageant, they are spokespeople. They speak for the people who cannot speak for themselves. So I think that's what I mainly look if I have the chance to pick a queen. And I think Josh and Ian and House of Yugen and all the franchises, they're doing an absolutely good job, and that's the main reason why I want to join with Miss Universe Bahrain. And I'm a reigning queen, for her to win get the exposure of having voice for change. I think,
Filipino.
yeah. So that's one thing. Shireen, she was so. She's beautifully answered everything. The way she carries herself is so good. So to answer your question, I believe and I want to see a girl who speaks to other people, who gives a platform to other people, and who will absolutely hold another one's hand and walk throughout the sisterhood.
For me, since I work behind the scenes, so ako yung ground talaga all the time. So I can see the girls in and out, outside the stage. their nuances and all. So I think now I can safely say it's really the authenticity of the girl. She has to have a heart and passion, to do the job because it's a big job, and also, I think I will echo what you said, like really works hard. Kasi again, it's a very big responsibility. Ang daming namin pinapagawa with the girls as well. I mean, also the organization, ang daming requirements, it's really hard work. It's not all just glamour and glam team, working on you. It's really you working for your own advocacies. How are you going to run your reign? Kasi we allow all these girls also to put a timeline on their reign. Like we don't just, ask them, okay, you just follow our lead. We ask them, how do you want your journey, throughout this year? That's why you can see the individuality also with the girls that we have every year. Iba-iba talaga. Like we don't just follow a template na, okay, this month or this week you do this one after you win. No, you decide also what you want to do also because it's your own journey, it's your own story. So we want to tell your story as well to the world, to the universe.
Follow up, is it okay to have follow up for Josh? What are you going to choose? A beauty queen material with an attitude or a good attitude with not so beauty queen material?
The latter, of course, because I feel like all of those skills and talents can be honed and can be trained. So I really don't prefer beauty queens with attitude. Kasi that's why I work with beauty queens like Maureen and Gwen. Just a trivia. I haven't been personally introduced to Gwen before, but I met her, and she doesn't know this. I met her in Zara. I actually brought Erica Robin. You remember this, Ian? I brought Erica Robin, Miss Universe Pakistan, and she was having like a shopping. And then I saw Gwen with her partner, or friend, and she was actually talking to the staff very politely. And I was like, who's this girl? Super beautiful and super polite. And Ian said, she's Miss World. And I was like, oh yeah, because she was like so simple back. I'm not sure if you remember that. Yeah.
Oh my god, I don't remember that.
Yes, and I was like, she's super polite, and I feel like these beauty queens, even Maureen is like so authentic. It's not easy to tell you the truth that pageant's expensive. So I feel like I really love to work with authentic queens and kind-hearted queens. So that's my answer. Thank you.
Hi, Josh. Okay. There's a question here from TikTok. I'm Peter from Critical Beauty. There's a question here from
Of course, I know you.
from TikTok. Is there a chance that there would be additional franchise for this year or in the near future?
Okay, so I've been receiving a lot of questions about this one. Especially there's a rumor because I put up an office in Denmark last March. And I would actually tell you this, as para may scoop kayo, I'm already in talks with them, but there's nothing finalized yet. And the only thing is I don't want to hurt people's feelings. If you see the franchises that I do have, there's a pattern. Lahat na kinukuha ko, parang wala pa. I mean, like, Bahrain was not there, Pakistan was not there, Egypt, we actually binuhay namin yung Egypt. So, I actually want to work from ground up para wala akong abang na tao. So that's also my concern when I spoke to Miss Universe. Kasi ayoko, especially sila yung nanalo, di ba? And then, nawala. So I feel like, parang headline to ng Inquirer. So I think na I have to really make sure that I'm not hurting anyone's feelings, So there might be a possibility, who knows? There might be like another press conference. It's only the first press conference. That's why I'm so happy that you're. Thank you.
Hi, Mama Josh again. Guys, my question has something to do with what you just answered about handling franchises. This is your 4th year to handle 3 franchises as Universe, and you've been so successful with it. If we are to take into account with how your girls perform, Noor, I feel like was one of the well-styled girls during the competition. Egypt was like, wow. She wasn't just an inclusivity pick, but she really worked hard to be where she was to get that placement. And of course, Miss Barry, who was your first ever Filipino contestant.
Yes.
And she also has
Filipino
a
Barbie.
very engaging personality. So, you know, so with that said, how I feel like you're very successful in fielding beautiful girls in the competition, not just beautiful but very competitive. How do you manage your success in fielding girls in the competition, and why are you so successful right now?
Thank you, Adam. But actually, for me, I wouldn't call myself successful. I will always call myself a work in progress. A lot of people doesn't know, for me, is you have to take space. So when your father's genetical cell and your mom's cell already met, already taking space. When you actually were born, you're already taking space, and when you actually study, you're taking space. You're all taking space. When you compete for a pageant, you have to take space, and when you actually anything in life, you have to take that space. So, for me, if you understand, there's a lot of challenges kasi Adam. Like for example, this space would actually give you heartaches, disappointments, sadness. But for me, success is like, don't stay in that space. Move to another space that would actually make you feel successful. So for me, that's actually the secret of it.
So you're a very risk taker. Parang risk is part of your definition of.
I think so. I feel like I always, believe in this, that, you cannot cross the ocean unless you forget the beauty of the shore. So you really have to take this. But also, I want to hear from Dr. Jonas, who's really a successful entrepreneur. What is success for you? So,
Pageant question.
Success for me is something that you should own it. And it's not just about what people are seeing, it's about what you feel from the inside. It's about contentment as well. Plus, the result. The result will speak for itself. So, kagaya nga ni Josh, nakita nyo, you can see the result. You can see how hard he works. So, grabe yung he catapulted himself to this level. That's why we are looking for more from him, because we know that
The pressure.
yun, ang dami niyang parang gusto maabot or something that he wants to help. But at the end of the day, for me kasi it's more of like the why. If you have the why, and then you answer that why, na bakit mo ginagawa yung mga bagay-bagay, it will make you successful. It will drive you to that success. Kasi at the end of the day, you should answer that why na ikaw lang makakatanong bakit ka sumali or bakit mo gusto maging successful and why do you want to be at the top of that mountain. So it's really you who can answer that, and the people will just see it based on the results. So yeah.
Hi, Mark from Sashes and Script in behalf of Justin Cappuccino. I have a question. Your franchise that you currently hold are similar in culture and society, and there are certain similarities in there. But how do you make sure that each and every girl that came, whether from Bahrain, Egypt, or Pakistan, stands out individually apart from each other?
So I always believe in individuality. Especially when I started having 3 franchises, that was actually 2020. Miss Universe Pakistan, there's also a trivia. The first time they joined, we made it into finals. So I actually can see her survival skill. And a lot of girls doesn't know that it's really important, because when you join a pageant, for sure they know you need to do your own makeup, you need to do your own glam, you need to actually find your own gown. Sometimes you have to pay for your own gown, sometimes you have to pay for your own training. So you have to have survival skills and patience, because it's actually not just as glamorous as people would know and can see on me. If I can differentiate them, some of them have trends in different aspects. But for me,
hindi ko kailangan mag-worry for their individuality because they're all individual. So, I hope I answered that question.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Jacob Rubin, intern at Jam 88.3 station.
Yes.
I have a question. For in your darkest times, I'd like to ask like each one of you guys, in your darkest times going through your work, your job, what's kept you going?
Do you want to start, Ian? Yeah.
The bills, number one. You have to pay bills, you know, kahit gano kahirap na yung work and all, like, you have to pay bills at the end of the month. So, you have to keep on working. I think that's the, and of course, and passion. You know, you have to love what you're doing. Even though, you know, wala na kaming tulog, like right now, like maybe 2 hours of sleep, pero you're still going up to be here, you know, and play the role. So, I think that's for me.
First of all, I just want to say, Philippines, thank you so much for the beautiful welcome. Oh God, you know, Sri Lanka is known for being a hospitality country, but I fell love each and every place that I went in the Philippines. Oh my God. I was on tears certain days when I went to visit those Philippines. Like, the love I got from those, but I was like, you don't know who I am. But they still took pictures with me, they're smiling, they were asking questions. Like,
And it's cheating at Tisa, ha? It's cheating at Tisa.
yeah. So much for that. And answer your question. It's kind of funny for me. During the darkest time, it was during, like we had a really bad economic crisis in Sri Lanka. So when I went through depression and everything, for me, what took me, I just tried to push myself to work, and as well I fell in love with Thai BL dramas. So I kept binge watching them, and I, you know, got the obsession of East Asian culture, the country, and got me to start traveling again, and hence why I met Josh, and it just all went good for me.
For me, on my dark days, I always think what my mother went through. She grew up very poor in the province, one of 10, was the first to graduate university, and she sacrificed everything to give myself and my brother a good life. So on my bad days, I think, wow, my mom would never want me to suffer. Am I crying over comments or a bad day? It's not worth it, you know. My family inspires me so much, and I think there's something beautiful in turning your pain into power. So whenever I go through something hard, something dark, something that makes me question who I am, what I'm doing, I always think, you know, this is my character development. I need this. God is giving it to me because I can handle it. And then I turn that pain into power.
For me, divine providence. I always believe in this. There's a lot of moments in my life that for sure nobody would expect. That I always feel down, I feel sad. I feel like, am I still at the right path? And I always, you know, ask God to please guide me. And it would actually arise that, you know, the next opportunity would make me happy, or I would meet someone that, you know, would be an angel. I was actually talking to the owner of the Grand House that, you know, she believes in a higher calling, and I believe that as well. I'm not religious, but I'm very spiritual. And for me, like for example, there are actually instances in life that we didn't go your way. For example, I actually expected as a person to be here, but you know, I wouldn't say sadly she's not here or he's not here, because I feel like God would always give you what you need, you know, at this moment. All of us, not only us, not only you with media, but everyone would be given solace and blessing if ever you can handle it. So for me, I just trust God and the process. The rest is up to me to work for it. So thank you.
On my darkest day, I have a lot. I think it's seeing the growth, the person that you've become, and looking towards the future in 5 years. You look back and see, was I really sad about this? You know, I wouldn't be where I am without the support of my family, my loved ones, the people around me. And to feel sad, it's okay to let it out, to feel emotional, but it's to turn that sadness into something greater, into strength, and to see see that in 5 years will be bigger and you'll be in a different journey. And if God thought that you could not handle it, He would not be giving it to you, just like Josh said. Yeah.
Thank you very much. To me, I have seen a lot of sufferings in life, sufferings to humanity, violence. Also, people are being abused, and then there's so much problems in the world. I think if that too can affect me if I don't do anything about it. So to me, to avoid being in the darkest time of my life or being the bottom, I have to do something to help uplift others, to help alleviate suffering of humanity. And if I see that I'm able to create positivity on the life of other people, that helps me to also go up, to also lighten, what I feel and the burden that I have. So in the many years I work in the humanitarian sector, and in fact most of the time I already do it as part of my life. It's really part of my calling. I just stick to my purpose in life, and the purpose in life for me is really, we are here for others. We have to be, we're helping others. We have to help others. We have to be able to create a positive impacts not on our lives but on other people's lives. So I think, and with that will come back to you positively as well. So that's how I see things. Thank you.
Bro, first and foremost, that's a good question right there. Yeah, a lot of people are suffering from that kind of, mental stress, emotional and everything. And that's need to be addressed. Number one, ako, personally, guys, ang sekreto ko dito is pray without ceasing. You just have to pray. You don't need to be like the most religious guy. Hindi kailangan have to pray. You have to have that faith. Okay? That faith that can move mountains, brother. Okay? Number two, you have to see that small light. That light na sa darkness, you have to focus and you have to make sure that you dig deeper. You have to know your why. Why do you need to do that? Because God will not give you problems that you cannot solve. Yeah? And you just have to focus on Him. You just have to focus on why. Because we are here in this world, limited time. And that limited time, we have to make use of it wisely. And we are created for purpose. And that purpose should align to your Creator. So, yun lang yun. Pray without ceasing.
Last two questions. A question for Josh. Along from your answer about supporting the girls' individuality. And I know na tatlo sila. But how do you support them fairly knowing that they are ultimately parang competing against each other?
So, good to meet you finally, Nico. Thank you for supporting us all the time. But for me, whenever I actually work with all of my girls from different countries, I make sure to give them equal time. I know it's impossible because even with kids, sometimes you have favoritism. Sometimes you really have, a favorite girl, especially the most mabait you really like. But of course, they all need your help and they all need your support because it's an obligation that you committed to. So for me, I always think about, it's a responsibility for me. And when I took that responsibility, I have to be committed to it. So, I hope I answered that. Thank you.
The last question.
Last question.
Why you should be?
Yeah, the last question. Be the next. Last question, Doctor told about.
I hope happy na si Adam kasi si Gwen pwede pa daw sumama. So, and then maybe she can change her mind. Yeah.
Sir, last question I have. Given that the nature of the Miss Universe organization now ever evolving, ever changing, as it goes with the national franchises, if in the future an opportunity arises, there may be changes in the Philippines, would you be open to taking the franchise here?
Of course.
I think no, not Ian, but I think no. I not necessarily because I feel like
Yes.
that the toxicity in the Philippines to be authentic. So it's actually something that I'd love to
be free of toxicity. And actually, I said this on my last interview. If you remember that, I'm planning to give up at least 1 or 2 franchise next year because I want to focus in music and movies. So, probably I don't know, I'll delegate, but I like Maureen said, parang sometimes you have to move in, no? Sometimes you have to elevate, or sometimes you have to just check our other passions. So for me, I've given my best. That's the most important thing. Na parang kinuha ko to, I've given my best, and have to be really responsible for it. Pero it's not forever na I am giving platform to to people who actually needs a platform. I also want to make myself happy, and I want to also follow my other passion. So, and as I mentioned before, I want to produce movies. So I actually wanna of course help rising talents like Saint. So this is what I wanted to do. Open offices in other countries pa. So that's my.
Thank you, thank you.
Thank you. Yes. Thank you, everyone. Thank you. So, photo na. Okay. Tayo po.
Tayo. Ito na lang yung crop. Kaya ba?
Gusto ba yung memory sa
Saan yung photo natin? Dito.
Kasi no. Nag-reflect yung
Did you turn that on? And then I just better right now.